Hello, girls, guys, or otherwise. This is Rich with your ChristoPagan Sunday. This week, for this Sunday's edition, however you want to say it. Let me just get the particulars out of the way. If you're not yet subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It should be right around there. Make sure that you like and comment and do all those great YouTube things that appease the algorithmic gods of YouTube. All hail the algorithmic gods of YouTube. So, this is actually going to be a quick video because part of what I read on last Sunday's video was in reference to the breath of life. And this actually spurred a comment, which I just want to read the comment. And usually I would put it up on the screen, but you know, hey, we're working with what we got. Right now I have the iPad. For my 2-week annual tour that I'm doing down here in Dover, I'm actually bringing the whole computer set up and everything. So maybe we can get better quality that way. Anyway, they say that I wanted to add to the mix about the non-sentient breath of life. In the Bible, most versions, it says the stones cry out, generally to do with murder and them being washed / spattered with blood, but this does not suggest that inanimate objects do have sentient spiritual language or vibration that can be read by God and those who have the gift. To follow, could it be that all objects already are sentient and our intent for breath of life is to waken them and bestow intent? Or is it giving them life and then bestowing intent? Love to hear your thoughts, Jay. Okay, so I did respond to Jay, and it's very much a chicken and the egg type thing. And I'm going to leave this comment open so I can reference to it. So, let's get into this. The way that I view it, and of course, this is up for debate because I have no idea which came first, chicken or the egg type thing. Let's give me a prop. I need a prop. Do I have? No, I don't have one in there. Okay. So let me just use something simple here as a prop. Okay. So I got my lighter here. Nothing special about it. Is this a non-sentient being that if I gave it the breath of life, my breath, and gave it an intent, would it then be a working object? In this case, it does not have inherent properties other than fire. So therefore, I would say that yes, that would be the situation where I have given my lighter a job to do. However, when we're talking about something like a stone, which I don't have any of my stones readily available, if we're talking about something like let's say a blue lace agate, which works with the throat chakra, has to deal with communication, is a nice little hard-working stone. It already has a job that it can do, and that it naturally will do. However, if I give it the breath of life by breathing on it and give it an intent specifically of working with my vocalization, does it then have, does that change the properties of that said stone? Not necessarily. Because I think it has something to do with the way that it inherently works. And by that I mean, hold on, we're going to get my alarm telling me it's time to go to bed. It's 9 o'clock. I think it has something to do with the fact that it already will work. Whether you, actually, here's a stone right here. Okay. So if I give the breath of life to this, it is already a sentient type of being in a way. It already has properties from the earth that give it a job to do. Now, in doing that said job, is it more empowered by my breath of life? I think so. However, does me not giving it the breath of life, the my energy in a sense, does that make this not be able to work? No. I do think it would be more powerful if I gave it a breath, an exchange of energy, but inherently I don't think that would be necessary. However, there's a lot of howevers here. If I were to use this particular stone in spell work, would I have the same results if I did not give a breath or an exchange of energy, which is probably an easier way to verbalize this? Would it work as effectively? Not necessarily. So it's very convoluted, and you can really get wrapped around the axle on this. And my first thought was, well, we give it the breath of life. We give energy to it. We give it intent, and it does it. However, will this stone still work if I don't set an intention for it specifically? It will still do its job. But you have things such as herbs. Now, we talked about cinnamon. Cinnamon's for love, and it's just a myriad of other things. You know, let's take an easy one. Let's take sage. Sage is a purifier. It is a cleanser of everything. Now, can I use that sage in something such as a money spell? Technically, kind of. However, the intent that I put into it, the work that I ask it to do, would need to be specific to its already inherent properties. I hope I'm making sense here. So, if I put sage in a money spell, it'll be for the pure need for money, or a cleansing that the money that comes in with the other parts of the spell will be cleansed and won't have any negative effects attached to it. No baggage coming in with it. So something similar to that. And yet it will still do its purifying duties, all by its own lonesome. Throwing a bunch of herbs into a cauldron and setting it on fire does not make necessarily a spell. However, throwing herbs into a cauldron with intent does. So, I've gotten kind of wrapped around the axle on this, and I'd like to hear people's thoughts and theories on which came first, the intent of an item or the intent that we give it, and the energy that we give it through breathing on it, through having an exchange of energy with it. Is that necessarily needed, or does it just add to it? And does us giving an intent just add to the overall effectiveness of a spell? That I kind of think. I think so. It's not that this stone won't work without giving intent, but giving it a streamlined view of specifically what you want this intent to be, such as I did with this ring that I shared with you guys, or with you all. I shared that with you, giving it an intent, a specific streamlined view on what it is there for and what its job is while I'm wearing it. I think that definitely empowers it or gives it a little boost. And breathing on it, or doing that energy exchange. I'm sorry, I'm a little gassy tonight. I had pizza for dinner because it was something quick. And yeah, that's that. No comments on that down in the comment section. We already went through this crap. But it was good pizza, by the way. But will this ring still be able to do a job if I never gave it an intent? It could. And I don't know how much further down the rabbit hole I want to go on this because it kind of hurts my brain thing. I'm kind of getting a headache just thinking about it. So share your thoughts down in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and feelings on, is there inherent intent, or is it us giving the intent that makes an intent there, or makes something powerful? Yeah, and is the breath of life needed in those situations, or does it give more power? I think it does, but I'd love to hear your thoughts anyway. So leave comments in the comment section region down in the nether regions here, and let me know your thoughts on this because my brain is hurting. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up and then head to bed because my alarm already went off. Until next time, may you have love, hugs, and ladybugs. Bye.